Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today I am going to be doing a video idea I said back in August and completely forgot about it, but just remembered it, and I'm going to be doing it because a few of you guys thought it was an interesting idea and you guys did vote for me to do it, so I'm finally doing it. So basically this video is something I just thought of and I thought it'd be also a great idea because I've never seen anybody else do it. But basically I'm going to be picking out the most worn out plushies of my collection and explain how they got worn out and how I just used them over time. So yeah, I will pick the ones I think are the most worn out. I feel like I should have more than this. Alright, this is really what I could find. I really felt like I had a lot more plushies that were worn out, but yeah. I guess just to get us over with, we'll go with the characters with the least problem, starting with Toy Freddy. He just has a hole down here. Are you a woman? I'm kidding. But yeah, I still remember when this happened. It was in my pool video a long time ago. My camera does not focus. I got a case of my iPad back in May, and ever since, things just don't focus well enough, and you always hear this. That's the case, because the case is not 100% perfect. So, yeah, I want to get a new case, but my dad's like, oh, if it works, it works, so forget that. Yeah, nothing too special about you. Anyways, I'm back on the bed. I think next we'll have to go to, Nightmare Freddy. Yeah, it's really, he's not too worn out. I'm sorry I'm on him. I'm still finishing my Alien Part 7. I've just been lazy. But I'm doing bit by bit and putting a lot of work into it. Oh yeah, this is here too. Let's just go in order. When I don't remember what video it was, but I remember when I first got on Freddy, I liked having him violent a lot. Just thought he was a really cool, tough character. I showed that a lot more in my Alien series. Here in my normal videos, I just show him as like a normal guy, so you know. But yeah, his nose is like freaking scratched and all that. I just guess I chucked him at one point. I can't remember what I did that caused his nose to be like that. Especially for it to be all scratched up. It's odd. But he's a little worn out. He's not as stuffed as the original was. But the main reason has to go to the hat. Back in if you don't know, Funko glues their hats together. I think some hats stay stitched. I'm not sure. That's probably X-Mart, which I should get some X-Mart plushies when I think about it. But yeah, back in December, if you notice, his hat started to peel a little bit like this. Really, it did a lot on the back. But yeah, back in December, if you look, you can tell it started like coming apart. You couldn't really tell on the back because I don't show his back usually. But I did, if you watched my Jurassic Park series back in January, I actually filmed that in December with one of my friends because he had dinosaur plushies, so he wanted to bring them, and I was like, might as well finish my own Jurassic Park series if he's gonna bring dinosaurs over. So we finished that series. So yeah, and basically if you look, there's you can just tell his hat started peeling. There was a scene where he's fighting a dinosaur, so we played rough with him. That's not why his nose was like this, it was already like that, but we were playing rough with him, so of course this happened. Also, I bought this guy on Mercari years ago, back in 2020, that was used, so maybe his nose was already scratched. Maybe, and I just never noticed. Also has a dent in his mouth, you can tell it's not look even. But yeah, there you go. Now, this is where it's starting to get a bit more difficult. Next, I'd have to go with probably Chica, because, well, one, she's dirty as hell, and I've cleaned this girl before. her feathers just, oh yeah, this is where I get interesting. She has gone through so much, but basically, I remember back in 2022, I think it was 2022. I remember, back when I still liked sleeping with my plushies. I still do with those two, because those were mine as a child, so they're special to me. But I used to sleep with fnaf plushies when I was younger, so yeah, back when I still did it. I think 2022 was the last time I did it, because, like, I'm a slow person, alright, but I do things later than others. I didn't stop watching Paw Patrol until I was like 10 probably. I don't know, but yeah, basically, long story short, the feathers, when I got this plushie, mine were not sewn in best. I got her at Walmart, because this is when Funko started restocking these guys back in 2021. In 2020, I'll go in order. 2021, basically, you know, I used her a lot, and Bonnie. The first video I had them in was, I think it was Among Us 3 or Among Us 4. I can't remember which one it was. If you look, it was one of my Among Us plush videos that they were first in. I think it was Among Us 3. It was one of my bad videos before I improved, but I remember the cover is Vanny. Vanny is the killer in it. So if you find the video that Vanny is the killer in, it was one of the first. It was Among Us 3 or 4. One of those two. These guys are introduced the first time. You can see how much better they looked, even with the bad quality. But you can tell they were like. That was my first video I used them in. I almost didn't get Bonnie. I had to hide him in Walmart because he was the last one, and I came back a week later and they had him still, so I got him. Chica, they had a few of her. I just picked the first one I got, so yeah. Basically, I used her a lot. My cousin Lily, she likes her a lot, but I'll get to the point of where that comes in. Basically, basically in 2021, when later in 2021, back in, the last few months, it was probably, after summer, I don't know. But when I first made Rockstar Bonnie, I brought him over to my house, my grandparents, that's where I made him, and I made a plush video, and these guys were in it. I put them back in my backpack with Rockstar Bonnie after I Sharpied him, so he was not dried yet. So when I put them in the bag, they were all crushed together. That Chica ended up being literally right next to Rockstar Bonnie. That 2 hours later, after I got back to my dad's house, I took them in the bag. Not a lot of people know this, but she was stained blue everywhere. I still have the video where you can see it. It was one of the fnaf plus songs I did. That was the first video I wanted to put this weird quality, colorful thing where really saturates the colors, so you could really tell that she had blue on her. Any other video, I don't think you can tell that much. If I don't forget to add this in, then there's nothing here. But if you see something here, then it should be a picture of what she looks like. Hopefully I don't forget that, because it would be interesting to see you guys' opinions on that. Also, it'd be cool if somebody reacts to this. I would like to see their opinions on how this got dirty. Also, her eyes are good. Oh, focus, please. It doesn't pick up too well on camera, because cameras are not as good as our eyesight, so we can pick up way more. But from what I can tell, it's all yellow right here. You can see a little tint. Also, it's really dirty. They're not bright white. You can tell filthy here not compared to Bonnie. But yeah, she's really dirty. Back to the feathers thing. It's got so, the felt was ridiculous. 4 minutes of me talking about it, because there's so much that happened to her. But yeah, the threads came off one night. I woke up the next day, and, the whole thing came off. And I told my mom that if she asked her if she could sew it. She forgot to, so I went a few weeks before I reminded her to sew it. So my solution was, because I didn't know how to sew, I decided to tape this. So if you look in some of my videos, if you look at any videos in 2021 or 2022, any videos in 2021 and early 2022, if you look at any videos that Chica's in, you should be able to tell that there's tape under her feathers. So yeah, I think it was late 2021 when I first used the tape, but you could tell I used to tape it, and it would fall off almost every scene. That it was in a different spot. It was never perfect, which it actually still isn't perfect. My mom didn't sew it directly on the seam, but I don't even care. But yeah, eventually she sewed it with yellow thread, and it's just been like this, all flimsy. So I mean, I don't care. At least she sewed it, so I don't have to tape it all the time. But yeah, basically, one night before I had her sew it, it was still taped. It came off during the night. I woke up. I thought I lost it. I looked around the whole bed. It was gone. She was bald. And oh man, I should have made a video about that a long time ago. But I spent an hour looking for it. Not actually an hour. I kind of gave up after like 10 minutes, and I was upset because I thought I lost it. Because also my mom was gonna sew it that day, so I'm like, the damn guy my mom sew it, I lose it. So I kind of just decided to take a break, go eat breakfast, and I told my parents about it because I was upset. And after walking back to my room, my grandpa notices that this is taped on my back. That means during the nighttime, I rolled over her, the thing came off and went right on my back. So I was walking all this time with their feathers on my back taped, and I had no clue. Luckily, I took it off. My mom sewed it on. And then in like 2022 at some point, you can tell, I just used her a lot. She got dirty. I washed her. And in 2023, if you watch... Right, I uploaded that this year in 2024, the video I'm about to tell about. But in 2023, in December, like the last few days of the year, my cousin came over, Lily, and she loved her, and she wanted to make a video. It was called Project Disaster, and it was like we were introduced to our native to our series. And, it was a little spin-off show that was connected to my universe. Basically, there's a scene where they're painting their design for the big portal, and you can tell in the video that she by mistake got paint on her, and I just haven't watched her since, because I just never really cared to. I kind of gave up. I've watched them so many times, but whatever. Also, the more I watch them, the more their colors fade. Like, literally, Chica was a darker yellow. If you look at my older videos, you can tell she's faded. Same for, I don't know, maybe Bonnie. Bonnie, you can't really tell because it's dark purple. It's really only Chica you can tell, because the others are darker. So... yeah, she's dirt. God. But yeah, her bib is getting it all. Look, watch. Ready? Proof. See how dirty she is? In the bib? Look under the bib. Look at that. Look how spotless that is. Okay, well, it's not completely spotless, but you can tell how much that bib covers. So, yeah. Also, if I can get the right angle where it focuses, you can see, the bib is freaking, like, the text is dirty right there where it says where the S is. But yeah, that was a lot about Chica. Sorry about that. But, next, character. Okay, so originally next was going to be Bonnie, but, I realized he looks more worn out, in my opinion, than Ennard. Ennard, not too much about him. Basically, I take good care of my plushies, but a few of these plushies my friend Sean used to own, but he gave them to me because he didn't want them anymore. If you're an OG fan, you might know who Sean is. He was in my first Roblox videos, like a few of them, like the assassin ones. He's still my neighbor. We just don't really talk anymore because we just kind of went our own ways. We didn't get in a fight. We just don't really we kind of just moved on. Never really cared to talk to each other. We still talk on online sometimes, but that's really it. But basically, he was in my Alien Part 1, the first episode, before we made a whole series. Before it blew up. But basically, this used to be his. Same for Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, Ballora, and Circus Baby. I got my own, but he gave me these. So basically, he wasn't careful with his plushies enough, which is why Funtime Foxy, I'll show you later, is so worn out. But his hat came off. Funko doesn't give any fluff in hat. So I took some fluff from one of my plushies. I had extra fluff that I took out for a custom. Stuffed it in here, and I sewed this hat on because his hat ripped off when Sean used to own him, and he's still dirty. I've actually never cleaned him, but it's easier to tell if you look at some darker spots. He's dirty. The back of his head, okay, well, it doesn't really pick up that well, but that was kind of my fault. If you look, my new Alien video, part 7, I think, right, whenever the finale comes out, you can tell there's a scene where I have Enter get bashed his head against something, and it gets really dirty. I wiped it off, but there's a little stain. It's brown, not too much, so that part was my fault. But yeah, not too much about him. And yeah, next character. Now is Bonnie. Now, basically in this video, not whatever. Is his nose? His nose is it's a bit messed up. His eyes are filthy. That was from my first beach video. Got really dirty, and I sprayed his eyes with sunscreen. But luckily, the scent's gone now. For a whole year, you could smell sunscreen still here. Hold on. I have a bad scent, guys, because I got something from my dad. So I was like, I can't smell things as good. But from what I can tell, I smell something between the eyes here. But when I smell like on his back of his head, I don't really like smell anything. But yeah, fun fact, I only breathe from one nostril. So yeah, it's kind of like mess up my bone. Cartilage, extra cartilage. You can like search up if you want. But yeah, I got from my dad. Anyways, I smell something here. I can't really smell like I don't really know what it is, in my opinion. But the rest of him doesn't really smell like anything. So I think the sunscreen smell is still in him. It's just that like it doesn't smell like sunscreen anymore. It just has like a smell. But yeah, also his ear, basically, the cardboard one day just like snapped from the top here. I don't know exactly what video was, but my guess was it might be my Christmas video of 2022. Frostbear Saves Christmas, I think that was. Was it? No, it was not. It was not Frostbear Saves Christmas. That was 2023. This was back in 2023, I think. I still think, like, if I don't know, bro. I don't remember. It was 2020. I don't freaking know. Whatever video it was, I'll hopefully pop it on the screen. But it was one of my Christmas. It was either in Christmas of 2022 or 2023, because it was an actual Christmas special. Oh yeah, it was 2022 then, because my actual Christmas special was Frostbear Saves Christmas on 2023, and I know for a fact it was not this because Bonnie was not in it. 2022 it was. So whatever my Christmas special was in 2022, you can see in the intro where it shows the big Christmas tree. Bonnie's ear, he had like the little Santa hat, and you can see it slowly tilting back. And I think that's when the cardboard started to snap, because, look, if you put something on his ear, if I just look at, boom. But you could see, like, when he had the hat on, it was like this. And it was slowly going down. So I think that hat was heavy enough to just snap the cardboard. And if you feel it, no cardboard. Nope. Wait, what? Ain't no way. Okay, the cardboard's here. I thought the whole thing was gone. But the cardboard is right here. It's supposed to be here, as you can tell. But, okay, the thing keeps tilting. But, yeah, it's just broken. It just snapped off one day. But, yeah, also, his cheek is completely exploded. That was like that when I bought him. So, that was not my fault. His tail has a green tint of color to it. You can't see on camera, but I promise you, right here in my eyes, there's a green tint. So, yeah, yeah, next character. Next is Funtime Foxy. Now, she was already worn out when Sean gave him to me because, you know, Sean wasn't as careful, but, you know, she's alright. But, she has, like, dirty stains. She has a big doo-doo stain here. That was my fault. That was back when I was filming Alien Part 6 in May. Also, oh my god, her tail's giving out. But yeah, that was back in May. My dad bought chocolates for my mom for Mother's Day, and they melted in the car, and they ended up staining her tail. They also stained Monty's tail, but that was the only thing, so I didn't care to really show him. Also, he used to wash this plushie all the time, he told me. Like, he would wash his FNAF plushies a lot. That, I guess Funtime Foxy did the most. And, yeah. This has faded a lot. But yeah, nothing else to really say about her. Now, this one's difficult. It comes down to my most 2 worn out plushies ever. Okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating. It's definitely Funtime Freddy. That's the winner. But Foxy, I use him in he's in all my videos pretty much. His eye patches brings so much felt. His nose is pretty scuffed up. Eyes are just freaking filthy. That lately the yellow has gone darker. You can tell that it's gone dirtier, and his little pupils have gone dirtier. His eyebrows, good lord. Now this actually used to be Wyatt's, which is Sean's brother's. He gave it to me. I still wish I never deleted those videos when I was younger. But if you were, I doubt there's anybody here besides maybe Chicken. He's an old fan, one of my first subscribers ever. Chicken, something, whatever. If you're still watching this video, if you're watching this video right now, which thank you for still being here. If you're watching this, then you'll know that when I first did plush videos, before I deleted them because I thought they were cringe, you could see how Foxy used to look, how brand new he was. And these were videos where I didn't even own Foxy yet. But I deleted them because my younger self was like, oh, that's cringe. People are going to make fun of me. Now this day, I don't care what people think. If I still did, I would have deleted my older videos still, but I kept them. So, yeah, my oldest video that I still have that's a plush video is my Among Us Part 1. All the other ones before that, I unfortunately deleted. Wish they were cringe, but they were still memories to me. And I wish I didn't delete them because they showed the memories I had with my friends, my older friends, which now I don't no longer talk to them, so kind of sucks. But yeah, anyways, his teeth are dirty. The little freckles. Also, there's an error. My Captain Foxy over there is missing a freckle, so yeah. He has 3 on one side and 2 on the other. But yeah, maybe this guy should have been passed, before Funtime Foxy, because, and, he's not that worn out, actually. But here is Funtime Freddy, number 1. Number 1 is, he is missing his bow tie. I don't know where it is. And I remember I drew it once, because I just drew it once, and it's just left a mark. Good lord, Bon, what they do to you. But yeah, he's, really worn out. Look at this. Look. I got him at GameStop back in 2017 when they first came out. And, pretty worn out. Yeah. It's not really much to say. He's just, really worn out. He is dirty. He's not a bright white. The cleanest, I think, from what I can tell, the cleanest of him is, right under his hat. Just look at that. How clean that is. And then just look at the rest of him. I'm pretty sure you can tell. If not, sorry. Also, his nose isn't that bad because I don't use him that often, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't expect this video to do that well, but it was an idea, and I thought, why not do it? So yeah. Also, for any special fans that used to watch my first plush videos before they were deleted, you would know my bootleg Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy were my main characters. And don't worry, because I still have them. They just sit right back there. So, OG people, never got rid of them. Yeah, that's it for this video. And bye.